Hello everyone, welcome back to My Creative Ego. So Father's Day is just around the corner, so today's topic is going to be focused on Dad. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, I wanted to do a little coffee bar for Dad, or as you can see, Dad's coffee stash. Today I have a few handmade projects that I want to share with you, some store-bought projects and some semi-store-bought projects where you can actually do a little bit of DIY on those as well. So first up, you're seeing these coffee jars that I picked up from Daiso. They were $1.50. I like the fact that it already has the coffee label on there. So all I had to do was fill it up. So I went to a local coffee roaster where they roast their own coffee beans. So it's super fresh, but you can also go to a grocery store and that's fine as well. So there's a lot of different types of gourmet coffees you can find there. I picked up coffee that represented different regions, so espresso beans for Italy, some Guatemalan coffee, French roast, also picked up what's called a world blend, which has notes of African and South American coffee beans, and also Brazilian coffee beans. After filling the jars, I had a few left over, so I'm actually going to make me a few cups of coffee, give it a go, give it a little taste, and then I'm going to blend some of these beans together and make my own mix to give to Dad. And I picked up a tumbler also from the store, so that's going to be later on in the video where we're actually going to turn this into a Father's Day card. And if you're on a budget, these are really cute coffee mugs that I found at Ross. And if your dad is a coffee drinker, then it's really cute if you can go to like the grocery store, make Dad a custom blend of coffee, which I do sometimes. So I like to go to those bulk coffee areas, you know, the gourmet coffee, and I like to mix and match flavors. So I do like vanilla, chocolate, and like a praline or like hazelnut and Brazilian. Lots and lots of combinations you can make with it. And that's actually a really thoughtful gift to give to Dad because you're taking the time to actually make him his own custom-made coffee blend. So it is called Happy Father's Day, so we got to give Dad a few things to laugh about. So we're actually going to create this custom coffee stash. So I picked up these googly eyes from the dollar store. They were, of course, only $1 with some tags. And then we're going to create our own custom-made mustaches. You're going to need a black piece of cardstock. You're going to fold that in half. And of course, you want to work with the side that is actually folded. So I'm just going to create what I think looks like a mustache. Don't think too much about it because you have lots of tries to get it right. So as you can see, I'm just going along, making little squirrely lines, what I think looks like a mustache. Don't worry if it's not perfectly straight because your scissors are pretty much going to do the magic for you. So as you can see, I created lots and lots of different styles, but do they look like mustaches? We have to put them through the test. Shall we see what's behind the curtain? First up, we have the tough guy stash.
What?
The motorcycle stash, the old school stash, the prim and proper stash, and the fancy stash. And of course, there's other ways to make a mustache, so we can use this lip puncher and we can cut it out in any colored cardstock we want and turn those into mustaches. Are there any more options? Of course there are. There's more than one way to grow a mustache. But then again, there are a lot of us that don't want a mustache. But anyways, you can also use like stamps, templates, stickers, or you could also find some off the internet and use those as well. And put it through the mustache test. Use a pair of glasses or sunglasses. And I kind of got carried away and made this little mustache masterpiece. And I have to say, it does not look like my dad, but I'm sure somewhere there's a dad that looks like this. And I had to say it's pretty cool though, because everything's made up of mustaches. So yes, you can also create mustache masterpieces. That's another photo that you can give your dad, but he'll probably be weirded out if it doesn't look like him. But anyways, still pretty cool. And I will say, when you label the coffee jars, put your label on the actual jar and not on the lid, because those can get mixed up really, really fast. Let me just clean this up really quick, and we're gonna go ahead and let that coffee drip. And in the meantime, we are actually gonna create our Super Dad card, and that's gonna be using this little tumbler right here. And this tumbler is actually just a pressed down lid, as you can see here. And I need to make my Super Dad his superhero cape, so I'm actually going to start off by using this lined paper as a template. I'm going to fold this in half and kind of just create this little cape right here, or this little design. And since the paper is folded, when you open it, it's going to be the same on both sides. So I do that and I cut it out, and I kind of like measure it according to my little tumbler. I feel like it's too long. I don't really like it. So you can always, adjust it, snip a few inches off of it. And I think this is the perfect cape because, as you can see, it kind of like sticks out. So it has like that Superman feel to it. So I'm actually going to go with this one. I'm going to put it onto some red cardstock. I'm going to outline it, and then I'm going to trace over it with some black marker, and then I'm going to cut that out. So this is actually going to be your card where you want to write your message on. So on the inside of the cape or on the outside, it's going to be up to you. I'm actually going to write my letter on here, and then on the outside of the cape, I actually want to decorate that part. So I'm going to put Happy Father's Day, and as you can see, I have a whole lot of stickers to help me decorate it, so that's what I did here. And this is the finished cape, and now we need to have that super logo hero on the front, and of course it's going to be called Super Dad. So to achieve that, we're going to use another template here. So we're using this lined paper, going to fold it in half, and we are actually going to just create a design. Don't really need to draw it out. We're going to be using our scissors for this, so you just want to kind of create this little diamond shape. And when you do that, you go ahead and pick another colored cardstock. I'm going to choose blue. I'm going to trace that and cut that out as well. So as you can see here, this is the first one. I'm going to take that same template and I'm going to put it onto another folded piece of paper. I'm going to trace that out. What I want to do is actually create another one of these, just smaller. So as you can see, I am actually cutting within the outline. So I want to make this a lot smaller than the first one. And you can actually take this, put it on a card, or you can again put it on the tumbler, which I'm going to do here. So you're just going to take these two pieces, overlay the yellow onto the blue, and you can write whatever you want on here. I'm going to put Super Dad, and as you can see, you're just going to wrap that around the tumbler. You can use temporary double stick tape for this, which I need to buy more of. But basically now we have our tumbler, our Super Dad tumbler. So Dad gets to enjoy some really great coffee. He gets to enjoy your Super Blend in his Super Dad mug. And we're not finished there, because you can also take this mug and you can put some gift cards in there. So I got some coffee gift cards, and I just need to go and pick up some food safe bags, or maybe put it in a sandwich bag. And then I'm actually going to put my custom made coffee mix in here. So I'm going to fill this up with the coffee beans later on. And since I picked up all whole beans for the coffee beans, I went ahead and picked up this burr grinder. So my dad is really, really serious about his coffee. I'm not so much serious about coffee, but I learn a lot from him. So basically for me, if it goes well with like chocolate cake, cookies, or anything that's sugary, I'm okay with it, especially donuts, right? And actually, it's kind of a collaborative effort. I'm going to have my brother kind of distract my dad while I set up his little coffee bar where he has all of his coffee. So we'll open presents, and then when he goes and wraps this burr grinder and put it where it belongs, he's going to see his little coffee bar. So he has a little coffee stashes there. And yeah, and then after he makes his coffee, he can drink it in the mug that I just gave him. And whenever he needs coffee, he has his coffee gift cards. So it all kind of comes together. So I just want to also share with you guys a sneak peek of what I'm working on next, which is going to be Disney inspired, or at least part of the video is. So if you want to see more of my craft items that I buy, where I buy them from, please watch my Tuesday morning haul videos. Next up, I want to also share with you guys this video because maybe your dad's not super dad. Maybe he's another type of character, or not just character, another superhero character. So I'll also leave this here if you want to look at the other options for superhero characters. And that's going to do it for today's video. I thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified of all of my new videos. Thank you again for watching and have a wonderful day.
Arr, don't make me angry. Please subscribe.